The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
And the handoff goes to Johnny English, who breaks out of it. Still going, Johnny English! And English will score! Touchdown, Renegades! He caught it between two defenders! OKC is taking the lead! Matsumoto back to throw. He's in trouble again! This is insanity from Jordan Gray! Look at Gunner! 20, 10, it's a runaway! Touchdown, Gunner! It's Hecho! Oh, he made three people miss! Hecho breaks a tackle! He's done it again! Touchdown! Hand off to Snowden up the middle, now tries to cut it right. Beautiful move by Snowden! He's in the open field! Midfield! 40, 30, 20! Richard Snowden to the half! Touchdown, Dragons! Back to pass. Looking, fumble the football! And it is recovered by Orlando at the 17! Line formation, handoff to Overstreet around the right-hand side. Overstreet picks it up on, and there he goes! Overstreet! Touchdown! The smoke is ready inside Blue Sun Stadium from Louisville, Kentucky. Tonight it's the biggest game so far of the SFL season. A battle between two top teams in the league and a fight for first place in the East Division and the North, and the Gray Conference rather. It's the 5-1 Dallas Roughnecks and the 6-0 Louisville Wolfpack, the Week 7 SFL Game of the Week. And it's coming up next. Hello, everybody. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Dallas has done it with defense. Louisville, all about that offense, baby. Skeletor P. Funk and David Overstreet up against Bones Malone, Pete Secord, and the rest of the Roughneck D. Coin toss. Next.
This should be fun.
What is the call?
We want tails.
Tails it is.
We'll kick.
The Rockets have won the toss and select a kick.
Dallas will put the strength of its team on the field first. That would be their defense. It's a game that many did not anticipate would be the biggest game of Week 7, maybe at the start of the season, but Dallas is here. They're ready to make a statement. The Roughnecks, kick it. We're underway. From the 11, on the return, Brevin Armstrong, and Armstrong gets past the 30 before his clock is cleaned at the 32. Skeletor P. Funk is the quarterback for Louisville. He's averaging 349.5 yards passing per game, 72.8 completion percentage. And he runs the best offense in the SFL, averaging 489.5 yards per game. They're just 0.1 points behind Santa Fe as the best scoring offense in the league, 42.3 points per game. Out of the I formation, back to pass. Funk, his first pass is caught by D.D. Ritter over the middle. A big hit by Troy LaShaw, but a first down for the Wolfpack at the 43-yard line. Dallas in their road gray helmets with the lighter gray jerseys and the darker gray pants. White numbers and silver and black trim. Louisville in the home white helmets, blue jerseys, white pants, white numbers, blue and gray trim. 30 seconds in, 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the eye again for the Wolfpack. Funk back to pass, and Funk's going down the middle again. Wide open is Flynn Starbuck. First down to the Dallas 42-yard line. Couldn't have asked for a better start if you're Louisville's offense getting into a rhythm here. The starting lineup, Skeletor P. Funk, 6'5", 225. David Overstreet, number 44, 6'1", 231. Tight end is number 48, D.D. Ritter. Receivers on the outside, number 2, Flynn Starbuck. Number 3, Lawrence Kirkland. Number 13, Brevin Armstrong. Funk's pass caught by Kirkland and near first down yardage. Kirkland will be shoved down at the 34. We lost functionality in our clock. We'll get that back in a moment. 9:30 to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 2 at the Dallas 34-yard line. Two in the backfield, and Pete Funk will hand it off to Overstreet, and Overstreet is pounded down to the line of scrimmage. That's the second big hit of the game for Troy LaShaw. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 on Overstreet's first carry. This Dallas Roughneck defense, number 1 in the league against the run, and will certainly prove to be the biggest task for Overstreet on the night. I formation on a 3rd down and 2, 8:55 to go in the first quarter, and Funk will drop back the pass. Funk will fire it outside, pass caught by the fullback, 1st down, into scoring position to the Roughneck 29-yard line. Kwasi Mbutabe, the fullback. Let's meet the Dallas defense. Led up front, of course, by the 2 linebackers, number 50 Bones Malone, number 55 Edry Brabi. Cornerbacks on the outside, number 25 June Fierro, number 9 Carlo Montero, strong safety Troy LaShaw. We've heard from him plenty already. And the free safety, number 44 Pete Secord. Back to pass is Funk, and Funk will have to dump it off to Overstreet. Overstreet's got some running room past the 25, tried to spin away. Montero on the tackle at the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 3 to go. 8:10 on the clock here in the first quarter. Louisville trying to continue its undefeated run. They've won a lot of close games. Last week was not close. They handled Minneapolis here on the main network 56-27. Funk back to pass, and Funk will fire it out to a wide open Flint Starbuck inside the 10, and Starbuck is whacked out of bounds by Fierro. 1st and goal at the 8, and Skeletor P. Funk is having his way with this Dallas defense. 6 for 6 on the drive for Skeletor P. Funk, and it's been all passing for Louisville. As Overstreet has failed to get a yard so far here in the first quarter. 7:34 to go in the quarter. And this has been all Louisville here on their opening drive. Dallas's defense hoping they can hold to a field goal. Out of the shotgun for Funk, 2 receivers off to the right side, and Funk is back to pass. He will fire it short left side, pass caught by Ritter. He's out of bounds. 2nd and goal at the 2. Pickup of 4 for Louisville, and man, have they stayed patient on this opening drive and found their way down the field rather easily. Action elsewhere on the SFL networks. Tallahassee and Orlando should be underway on SFLN3, and on SFLN2, Andy Hamilton making his commentary debut. He has Los Angeles and Houston from California. 2 in the backfield with 7 minutes to go. Handoff Overstreet, and Overstreet will not get away. Montero saves a touchdown. 3rd and goal coming up at the 1-yard line. A key tackle for Montero. That's his 2nd against Overstreet so far in this game. 6:48 to go in the first quarter. Ritter, Starbuck, and Ritter, Kirkland, and Armstrong all line up to the left side. Starbuck isolated bottom of the screen. Funk back to pass on 3rd down and goal. He'll fire it short. The pass is nearly intercepted. Pete Secord knocks it away, and Dallas's defense lets Louisville drive 67 yards down the field and then holds the Wolfpack offense to just 3 points. A tremendous goal line stand. And after the drive was dominated by Louisville's offense, Dallas's defense gets the stop when it counts. The field goal chip shot for Louisville is up and good. 6:29 to go in the first quarter. And it's Dallas nothing and Louisville 3. So I'm not sure who's the winner on that opening possession, Dallas's defense or Louisville's offense, getting points on their opening drive against this top-flight defense. From the 9-yard line, Dallas on the return and going backwards. From the 25-yard line is rookie receiver Travis Boychuk. Rocco Marconi leads the Dallas offense, averaging 303.3 passing yards per game. Not too bad for his first year in a new uniform, completing 68% of his passes. Rocco Marconi has the 7th best quarterback rating in the league and the 7th best pass offense. 6:23 to go in the first quarter, and the toss out to Mike Davis, trying to get around the end. Will be blasted at the line of scrimmage. That doesn't work out as Kemmerer makes the stop. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Roughnecks. Dallas has to be very careful that they don't go 3 and out. You don't want to dig yourself a hole on the road, especially in Louisville, and their defense is probably exhausted from that nearly 5-minute opening drive from Louisville. 2nd down and 10 with 4 receivers. Marconi will drop back to pass against a late blitz. He'll fire it out to Mike Davis, who has room to run past the 30 and to the 35-yard line, just shy of the first down. Aaron Tolbert knocks him out. But a nice play there by Dallas to make it a 3rd down and manageable. Wednesday Night Football presented by Dax Stats and OBS Studios, celebrating our 7th season here on the SFL Network on Twitch TV. 5:35 to play. And Marconi on 3rd and inches is going to be sacked back at the 24. Rick O'Reilly, the league's leader in sacks, who had a monster game last week, now has 9.5 sacks on the season. And it's 4th down for Dallas, and their defense will be right back on the field. Yeah, that's a huge sack for Louisville. The Dallas defense gets maybe a minute and a half of rest. And the Roughnecks are going to have to manage or soften the blow here in the first quarter. From the 39-yard line, Armstrong on the return, has some room. Armstrong actually nearly dragged a defender out of a tackle. Gets all the way out to the 47-yard line of the Wolfpack, and with 4:47 to go in the first, Skeletor, P. Funk, and company back to work. Funk threw just 1 incompletion on that opening drive, and it was on 3rd and goal. 2 in the backfield, and the defensive line shifts. A 4-3 defensive set out of Dallas' defense. And the handoff will go to Overstreet. Overstreet will shed a tackle. Overstreet, though, is gang tackled after that. A 2-yard pickup will bring up 2nd down and 8. A shout out to Dallas Roughneck newcomer, Staunch Theater, in the Twitch chat. He will be joining the team next week. Just signed today. Out of the eye, Skeletor Funk back to pass. And Funk will swing it outside to Overstreet. Overstreet with a massive stiff arm to the 38-yard line of Dallas. 1st down for Louisville, back into Roughneck territory. And that one is going to hurt June Fierro. Secord on the tackle along with Reed Braby eventually. 4:15 to go in the first. 3-0 Louisville on top of Dallas. 2 receivers back to pass Funk, and he's going to look for Overstreet. Overstreet's got a lot of room again, and Overstreet's got 7, exposing Dallas in the flats so far, as Louisville is back into field goal range with 4:01 to go in the first quarter. Second down 3. Out of the shotgun, Funk hands it off on a counter. Overstreet's in big trouble in the backfield. Lost 2 yards. June Fierro enacts his revenge on Overstreet, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Dallas did well to blow that one up, and with 3.5 minutes to go, a big 3rd down coming. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Wednesday Night Football here on the SFL Network. The Week 7 game of the week. 2 teams with a combined record of 11-1 coming into Week 7. 3rd down and 5 for Funk. Back to pass down the middle. Pass caught at the 25. And that's Armstrong And I don't know how Funk's rating is just 101, because he's been razor sharp this entire first quarter. 1st and 10 with 3 minutes to go in the first. 2:52 to go in the first quarter. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers. And the handoff goes to Overstreet. Overstreet's got a lot of room outside, and Overstreet pushes the legs forward to the 18. Montero and LaShaw on the tackle. 2nd and 3 at the Dallas 18. We're almost at the end of the first quarter, and Dallas has had the ball 3 plays offensively. 2 in the backfield, 2:20 to go. Offside Dallas. That's not going to help matters. That's a first down and more. Block picked up, and Overstreet's got a touchdown. Louisville dominating this first quarter. Good blocking down the field, and there's nothing much you can do about that. If you're Dallas, not a good series. And the Roughnecks are in a bit of trouble early. No doubt about that. The extra point for Louisville is good. 2:15 to go in the first quarter. Dallas nothing, Louisville 10 here on the SFL Week 7 game of the week. Return to the 26-yard line. Just want to let you know that it is official. I will be doing play-by-play commentary, and we'll get paid to do it at Texas Wesleyan University for their volleyball game on Friday night. It's something. It's a start. They get football next year. And the plan is to be there on opening night on the call for Texas Wesleyan or somewhere else, managing game day operations with the department. Happy to have that officialized, and I'll be dropping a link by on game night to let you know where you can check all the action. I've seen the broadcast firsthand. The camera work is not the best, the picture quality is not the best, but they make do over there, and I don't think the microphone is as good as the one that I've got here. But it'll do, and I'm excited for the opportunity and the challenge. 2 minutes to go after a 6-yard run by Davis. 2nd down and 4. 4 receivers back to pass. Marconi, he'll fire out left side. Caught first down. That's Demetrius Outdat, and that's the first move of the change of the night for Dallas. I'm not going to be able to use kick it on Friday night. I'm going to have to come up with another catchphrase, but at least I will get to be as boisterous as I can be with a loud Jim at my back.
1st and 10 from the Rockets, 39.
1st and 10 at the Dallas 39. Roughnecks down 10-0 early after an Overstreet touchdown. Marconi to throw, and down the middle, wide open. I'm telling you, one of the most wide open receivers all season long for any team. Jonathan Conk with the catch, pickup of 9 to the Dallas 48, and the Roughneck offense seems to be getting into a rhythm now.
2nd and inches from the Rockets, 39.
Hit it, killed it, not bad. Back to pass, Marconi. And that is caught by Davis, and it's a first down to the 49. I wasn't sure the officials were going to give it to Davis, but Dallas does move the chains. Although, I'm not sure if I want to say hit it in a college volleyball match, considering So we got to be careful. I always am leery of the word kill too. I don't want to call her a killer or anything like that. Marconi back to pass, down the middle, pass is off the hands of the intended receiver. That's Boychuk. They'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 32 seconds left to go in the first. Second down and 10. Rick O'Reilly with a key sack already in this first quarter on a 3rd down for Dallas. Dallas scoreless, but this is only their 2nd possession. Their number 1 ranked defense not doing much for them so far in the first. Back to pass, Marconi fires down the middle. Pass is incomplete. Tolbert on the coverage. Concord dropped the pass, and I don't know what he's excited about. It's 3rd down and 10 for Dallas. Four receivers, 2 to either side. Dallas trying to keep the drive alive. Back to pass. Marconi against some pressure off his back foot and nearly intercepted. Horrible ball from Rocco Marconi, and Dallas is going to have to punt it away, and things are not going the Roughnecks' way here in the opening quarter. I don't know what it is about this Louisville team. They just never seem to make a mistake. They played a lot of close games at the beginning of the season, and they just don't lose, at least very often. Heather Boots is the Los Angeles punter, and that is in fact a woman in the SFL. If you're wondering, for those in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I know that kills is an official stat. I just, she's a killer. Well, maybe she is. I don't know. I don't know what happens in people's private lives. I just, God, I don't know. You got to be careful. Back to pass for Louisville. Overstreet's got the ball on the outside, and David Overstreet rumbles to an easy 1st down. This has been total dominance out of Louisville. Their first drive, they went all the way down to the 1. And their 2nd drive, they scored a touchdown. And here they are again with another 10-yard gain. And Overstreet is more active in the passing game tonight than he typically is, actually. He does do some play out of the backfield in the receiving game, but not a ton, just 32 catches in 6 games. A couple of touchdowns and less than 200 receiving yards. Final play of the first quarter. Funk back to throw on 1st down and 10, and there's Overstreet again. And Overstreet stepped out of bounds after a gain of 1, and that's the end of the first quarter. Well, it's been all Louisville. Still early, still a 2-possession game, but Dallas is going to need to find some answers. 10-0. Wolfpack on top, trying to keep their undefeated run going. We'll be right back. Sun after this. Louisville, Funk back to pass. He's going deep down the field. Wide open. Lawrence Kirkland, and Dallas is getting exposed. Touchdown, Louisville. Yeesh. I may be in for a rough night. Andy, can I trade you places? My goodness. Lawrence Kirkland all alone down the field. He now has a team-high 6 touchdowns. Coming in, Starbuck and Armstrong each also had 5. And this is troublesome for Dallas. Roughnecks have really dug a hole and dug it quickly. And Rocco Marconi has proven to have plenty of magic, particularly in the second half, but this is certainly a challenge. Dallas not looking like a 5-1 team at all. 3 possessions, 3 scores for Louisville, and it's 17-0 just like that. Dallas obviously needs some answers on offense, but before they get answers on offense, they've got to figure out what's going on defensively against the Wolfpack. From the 10, Boychuk on the return. Boychuk up to the 31-yard line. So that first drive for Louisville, the drive ends in a field goal. You think, okay, Dallas got the stop. It took a lot of time off the clock. Dallas is going to play their style of game and play a low-scoring, low-tempo type of game. But ever since that first drive, things have not gone well. O'Reilly with a big sack on third down, forced a punt. Marconi a couple of bad throws and bad defense out of Dallas. First down for Marconi, back to pass. Marconi fires over the middle, and that pass is dropped, and that's not going to help matters if passes are dropped. Interesting coming in when you look at the matchup on paper. The rush defense for Dallas first, scoring defense first. Now the run defense for Louisville is dead last in the SFL, and Dallas really has not attempted to exploit it thus far. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, 4 receivers, 2 to either side. And back to pass is Marconi. Marconi's in trouble off his back foot. Fires! Wide open. The pass was a little bit off target. That could have been a touchdown to Jonathan Concord, but the biggest play of the game for the Dallas offense comes from Rocco Marconi escaping trouble, and Concord runs a beautiful route down the middle of the field for a first down to the Louisville 44. Marconi's got 4 receivers, 2 to either side. 3-2 defense out of Louisville. Marconi back to pass. And Marconi will fire it right side. Tipped away and incomplete. Charlie Monk on the coverage. Let's meet the Louisville starting defense. We didn't even get to talk about them in the first quarter, so they were hardly on the field. As we take one last look at Monk's coverage. On the sideline, pass intended for Yuya Iba, who does not have a catch in this first half. Linebacker number 58, Andre Khrushchev, is the lone linebacker on the squad. The league's leading sacker is Rick O'Reilly, number 99, and he is 6'6", 350 pounds. Charlie Monk is paired with Lucius Sanders, number 24, at corner. Number 37, Aaron Tolbert, is the strong safety. Number 47, Billy Joe Gatlin, is the free safety. Out of the shotgun, back to pass, and it's a check down to Davis, and Davis is in trouble, lost a yard. 3rd and 11 coming up. Dallas trying to just do something to get some points on the board and maybe get a little bit of momentum. Big 3rd down here. They need the 34.5-yard line to move the chains. 3 receivers off to the left side, and Marconi will drop the pass. He's in trouble. He's sacked. O'Reilly again. O'Reilly's going for the SFL sack record, and this is getting absurd here in the first half. O'Reilly straight up the middle. He's so much bigger than the center of Dallas. He just blasts right through him. Makes the center look like a slot receiver out there. Armstrong back to return the punt. And this could get even worse than the Mahler 56-27 loss to Louisville last week. What is Louisville feeding these guys? From the 16-yard line, Wolfpack on the return, and Armstrong takes a helmet to the stomach. 1st and 10 at the 19 coming up. Big hit. Powerful hit there from the Roughnecks special teams. And I think it's almost a must that Dallas gets a defensive stop on this drive. They can't continue to bleed out on the hospital floor here. Hand off Overstreet, and Overstreet will power right ahead for 3 yards. 39 yards on the ground, but I guess he's had more through the air so far in this game. Louisville knows that Dallas has the #1 run defense. What's interesting is Louisville's second in the league in first downs, and Dallas first in the league at allowing first downs. But the sacks already 2 for Louisville tonight. Tops in the league coming in, 2nd down and 7 at the Wolfpack 21, handoff to Overstreet, and a missed opportunity to put Overstreet down in the backfield. He picks up 6, 3rd down and 1 coming up for Louisville, as now the Wolfpack are choosing to pound it on the ground. Major league announcements are coming Monday, September 26th at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Do not miss that night here on the SFL Network on Twitch TV. Handoff, Overstreet, 3rd and 1, got a 1st down and more. Overstreet breaks a tackle past midfield, and Overstreet to the Dallas 46. And you can hype all of the rankings of Dallas's defense all you want, but in this first half, Louisville is playing their type of game. A rare missed tackle by Secord. Malone eventually makes the stop. A mess in this first half for Dallas, who's #1 in run defense, #1 opponent first downs, #1 scoring defense, #2 total defense, #4 defensive pass efficiency. Overstreet takes the handoff, more yardage, nearly another 1st down, pushing ahead for a 9-yard gain. 80 yards for Overstreet in the first half. Dallas gives up 60 on the ground per game. Three receivers, 2 off to the left side. Dallas needs something. Funk to pass down the middle. Caught. Wow, how was that ball caught? Dede Ritter to the Dallas 24. Man, I mean, look at where Funk puts this pass. Right over Edry Brabi. As soon as Ritter got around the linebacker, that ball was out and to Dede Ritter within a second. Trips off to the left, 6.5 to go in the first half. Dallas is hemorrhaging. 3 receivers off to the left, pass to the outside, caught by Starbuck, pickup of 4. You take a look at the Gray Conference standings. Louisville does not play a single team this season in their last 5 games that has a 500 or better record. Dallas and Baltimore are the only other teams in the Gray Conference that have winning records right now. They've already beaten Baltimore, and they're slamming Dallas here tonight. 5 receivers for Funk in an empty backfield. Pass to the end zone is incomplete. Fierro on the coverage, but I think Starbuck just flat dropped it. A huge break for Dallas. Back to the Gray Conference. Of course, Dallas is 2nd, Baltimore 3rd. Dallas and Baltimore play each other next week. Queen City and NYC are tied for 4th currently, and they play each other tomorrow, the first of 2 meetings in the Battle of New York. 3rd and 6 at the 20. Back to pass Funk, 3rd down. And Funk will fire it outside, and they said it was 1st and goal. A catch for Armstrong, 198 yards in the first half for Funk. I'm not so sure about this. I think Dallas may need to challenge. On second look, he may have dragged the feet. But this is a very important play, and Stephen Mullinex is going to challenge this.
The Rockets are challenging whether the pass was caught or down.
Let's take a look. Armstrong on the sideline. I don't even think he got a single foot in bounds. Let's get the call.
After review, the play stands. The pass was complete.
Wow.
The catch was made prior to going out of
That's
bounds.
unbelievable.
The Rockets will be charged with a touchdown. First down.
The call on the field stands, and it's 1st and goal. I'm surprised. On first glance and on the replay, it just didn't look like he was in bounds at all. Dallas can't catch a break in the first half. 6 minutes to go. Funk will hand it off to Overstreet. Overstreet around the end. That's a touchdown. Unbelievable. This may not even be a game by halftime. Wow. I'm speechless. Louisville's been dominant. 4 possessions, 4 scores. Dallas, 3 possessions, 3 punts. There's no other way to put it. I'm lost for words. And the extra point for Louisville is up and good. $24-0. Dallas needs to call the helpline. And I don't think anyone could have anticipated that things would get this bad this fast for Dallas on the road with their #1 defense. From the 8-yard line, Boychuk on the return, and Boychuk is slammed at the 25. I believe that was Freeman. Well, we'll see what Dallas can do here on their 4th possession. 4 receivers, 3 off to the right. Still a lot of game left to be played. Marconi back to pass, out to Davis. Davis had to stretch out for it. He picks up 5. Clock will continue to move to the halfway point of the second quarter. Our next game is tomorrow night, and it's a big one in the Gray Conference. Sioux Falls 5-1 at Minneapolis 3-3. The Maulers trying to fend off whoever wins Houston and Los Angeles tonight, along with Oklahoma City, who fell to 3-4. On Monday night, back to pass Marconi. He'll hit Davis again. Davis has trouble getting moving, and he lost 2 yards, 3rd and 7. Wow. Russell Whittington on the tackle, one of the best non-star linebackers in the SFL. 3rd down, 7 for Dallas. Trying to avoid a 3-and-out. Trips off to the right side. Back to pass Marconi. Marconi's in trouble. Marconi's sacked. Unbelievable. Wow. What other games are on tonight? Goodness gracious. How's Tallahassee, Orlando right now? Let's jump onto that. Man. Kick is away. 46-yard line, and Armstrong up to the 48, 4:16 to go in the first half. Dallas's only loss came by 1 score earlier this year against Sioux Falls. The worst loss in franchise history. Wasn't a horrible one, 20 points. It was to Louisville, and it was in Dallas. 30-10 was the final. Louisville almost already has all of those points here tonight. 4:16 to go. And off to Overstreet on a counter. David Overstreet, first down to the 34. This is the league's best run defense? You got to be kidding me. Man, I am shocked by this. I've never been so lost for words so quickly. I mean, Louisville has scored on every possession, and Dallas has punted on every possession. We haven't seen any turnovers. We've just seen flat out moving of the football from Louisville. Funk to pass, down the middle, caught, first down, pick up of 8 to the 27. Wow. Credit to Louisville. And their defensive numbers are going to go up tonight. But look at Funk, 206 yards and a touchdown. Kind of shotgun, handoff to Overstreet on a counter. That's another first down inside the 20 to the 18. Fierro on the tackle. Goodness gracious. There's just not even anybody at the line for Dallas to make a tackle. Overstreet's got to be over 100 yards here in the first half. This would serve easily as the greatest comeback in league history if Dallas would be able to come back from this. Back to pass. And the pass out to Ritter picks up 5. And I think it's time we start talking about maybe the greatest wins in Louisville history here at home. In their first season of the SFL, they beat San Francisco 52-10. They beat Oklahoma City 61-28. They beat Minneapolis 59-34. Last season, 2nd and 5, 14, we'll get to it in a moment. Pass outside to Overstreet, and he picks up just 1 yard. That may take us to the 2-minute warning. Louisville last season, the victories continue to roll, an 11-1 record, and at home, 52-10 over Oklahoma City. And things were a lot tighter. They did beat Tallahassee by 21. And then already this year, 56-27 over Minneapolis has been a big win as well. 2-minute warning here in Louisville. This is the SFL Network. Dallas has laid an egg in the first half. 3rd down and 4 to 13. Louisville's trying to make it 5 for 5. Back to pass Funk, and Funk will fire it down the field. Touchdown. Lawrence Kirkland. Wow. It's just perfection. There's no other word for it. It's been absolute perfection from Louisville. And they're just embarrassing Dallas here tonight. And with every team behind Louisville with a sub-500 record, now you start talking about maybe the Wolfpack being able to go undefeated. Extra point for Louisville is up and good. 31-0. Louisville on top. I mean, I'm trying to stay objective here, but man, this is something that we don't hardly ever see. And we're not even in the second half yet. Dallas has got to start somewhere. It might as well be on this drive. Boychuk return to the 29.
First and 10 from the Rockets, 29 yards.
All receivers back to pass Marconi. Marconi in a bit of trouble. That pass down the field, interception. Oh my goodness. Just when you think it can't get any worse, Billy Joe Gatlin with the interception. First turnover of the night, and Dallas doesn't even have a chance to put points up on the board. Again, Rick O'Reilly pressure. He's looking for Dangerfield down the field, and Gatlin is just standing there. Wow. Four receivers. I know you do, Spec Poo. I know you do. I feel like if you went to my funeral, you'd talk about the ticker that I used. 1:40 to go in the first half. 7 yards of carry for Overstreet. 2nd and 6.
Credited with the tackle. Second and 5 from the Rockets. 48-yarder.
Three receivers off the right side, hand off to Overstreet, and Overstreet is brought down to the backfield. Timeout, Louisville, as if they need more time. Yeah, I think Dallas is pretty triggered tonight.
Let's go. 3rd and 6 from the Rockets. 49-yarder.
3rd down and 7 at midfield. 4 receivers, 3 off to the left. 3rd down. Can Dallas get a stop tonight? That pass is caught. It's short of the 1st down. Wow. Are my eyes deceiving me? It's 4th down. Wowzer.
I've selected the punt. Number 23 is D2.
Dallas has 2 timeouts after the failed challenge. They'll get the ball back with a little time to work with here in the first half. I tell you what, if Dallas comes back and wins this game, I'm walking out of here. The probability of winning is probably at 0.001%. Ezekaway kicks it away. From the 10-yard line, Boychuk on the return up to the 16, 24 seconds to go.
6 yards on the play. Ball will be placed in the 16-yard line.
And we'll see what happens with this roughneck offense here.
From the Rockets, 16-yard line.
I can't wait to see the stats at halftime of just how many yards of offense Louisville has racked up. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Back to pass, Marconi. And Marconi out to Davis. He's out of bounds. Gain of just 1. Lawrence Kirkland has a $105 and 2 touchdowns on 4 catches already. Starbuck is actually the team's leading receiver with 7 receptions a game average.
2nd and 9. Ball at the 17-yard line.
Four receivers, 2 to either side. Marconi's out of the gun. Back to pass. Deep ball down the field. Caught. That is Concord down the field. Breaks a tackle. 25-20. Jonathan Concord being chased. 10-5. Concord down to the 2. And Dallas has to burn a timeout. Jonathan Concord somehow gets free down the field. Nearly scored a touchdown, but Louisville saves 6 points on the board. And Jonathan Concord has been the main offense for the Wolfpack, or for the Roughnecks tonight. My apologies, as Tolbert and company eventually make the tackle. And Dallas is going to just tack on a field goal here. 1st and goal at the 3. Get some points up on the board. Get it to a 4-touchdown game and just get into the locker room. I really don't blame them. You have your first opportunity at points. The last thing you want to do is have a turnover. And the chipper from 20 yards is good, and Dallas is on the board. (31-3), 7 seconds to go. And that tackle inside the 5-yard line saved 4 points on the board. Big tackle by Tolbert and company. Well, Dallas is 5-1
There's no reason why the Roughnecks couldn't do what Louisville did in the first half, in the second half, I suppose. Penalty on the play, down to 1 second to go in the first half.
Flipping, number 90, receiving.
That'll bring this back to the 16-yard line.
Respond on the ground. First down.
2K Sports Halftime Report coming up next. First half stats and highlights. If you like Louisville Wolfpack highlights, you're about to see a bunch of them. That Rick O'Reilly's sack on that first Dallas Roughneck offensive possession really set the tone. Yuya Iba goes without a catch in that first half. Same with Travis Boychuk. Jonathan Concord really was the only offense for Dallas. And they find themselves down 31-3 at the break unless Louisville can do something with this last play of the half. And Funk's going to try to throw for it. Overstreet makes the catch. He'll be wrapped at the line of scrimmage, and that is the end of the first half of play. 227 yards and 2 touchdowns for Funk. An absolute first half of perfection for Louisville. Dallas 3. Louisville 31. They got a long way to go, but we got a long way to go here in this one still. 2 quarters to play. Anything can happen in the SFL. 2K Sports Halftime Report right now. Dallas does get the ball to start the second half. From the 8, Boychuk on the return. 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 30. Dallas down by 28, trying to make something happen in the second half. They start with a Marconi pass over the middle. It's knocked away by Charlie Monk. Pass intended for Yuya Iba. Charlie Monk has had Iba on lockdown tonight. Louisville last in the league in run defense. They give up 156 yards a game, but it doesn't really do Dallas much good here. I think for Dallas, if you can just if you figure you can outscore Louisville by 14 points in each of the next 2 quarters, that's not, I mean, that's a task, but it's not out of the realm of possibility, and Dallas cannot get impatient here. 2nd down and 10, Marconi back to pass, deep ball down the field. I would call that impatience, intercepted. Lucius Sanders with the pick, pass intended for Demetrius Outdat in 12 seconds into the 3rd quarter. Same old out of Wednesday Night Football's supposed game of the week. Outdat was out of bounds. He wasn't even in bounds to make that catch. 17 carries, 116 yards. Really solid night for Overstreet, who averages $144, which is good enough for 3rd or 4th in the league. Pass is knocked away. That's Troy LaShaw with the breakup. And that is a rare incomplete pass for Skeletor P. Funk tonight. And LaShaw's got to turn that into an interception, especially in a game like this. Andy Hamilton a bit under the weather tonight, but powering through his first play-by-play game on SFL2 Los Angeles-Houston. He's got a better game than I at the moment, as Los Angeles is creeping back into the game in the second half. 4-3 defense, shovel up the middle to Overstreet, and Overstreet spins off a tackle, first down. Golly, it just, every time they just hit you with something new. Louisville runs the shovel better than everybody, and we haven't seen it much this year, but Bones Malone and Ed Rebrabi nowhere to be found on that play up the middle, and it's another move of the chains into Dallas territory for Louisville.
1st and 10 from the Rockets, 39 yards.
1st and 10 at the Dallas 39. Funk is out the shotgun back to pass. He'll throw it outside to Starbuck, and it's a completion of 7.
With the run out of bounds, he picks up 4 yards on the play.
Completion of 3. 2nd and 7 at the Dallas 36. Again, tomorrow night, hopefully we'll have a game a bit better and a bit more competitive in the spotlight. Sioux Falls and Minneapolis. The Sparrows lost 2 games to the Maulers last season, but come into the game as the favorite on the road, trying to keep pace with Santa Fe atop the Teal Conference standings. That's tomorrow, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, before Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network here on Twitch TV. 3rd down and 2 after Mbutabe makes a catch for 5 yards at the Dallas 31. Field goal range for Louisville could rid Dallas of its cutting into Louisville's margin there just before the end of the first half. Back to pass on 3rd down. Deep ball from Funk. That pass is knocked away. Pass intended for Lawrence Kirkland and just knocked down at the nick of time. Field goal unit on the field for Louisville. Big stop there for Dallas. Could have made it 37-3.
Number 19 is back to attempt a field goal from 31 yards. Number 5 will hold the kick.
48-yard field goal for the Wolfpack. And Louisville to go back up by 31. Good hold, good snap, good kick. Wolfpack can do no wrong tonight. They score again. It's their 6th score on 6 possessions tonight. Actually, no, they did punt once. And that kick had just enough leg. And we're back to a 31-point margin, 34-3.
Will Raines to kick off. Number 23,
Up next for Louisville, they'll have Carolina at home, and I'm not sure that Steve Pickens is going to go for Carolina in the matchup. Carolina has to play Louisville twice still. No disrespect to the Skyhawks, but boy, if 5-1 Dallas can't even compete with Louisville tonight, it's going to be a tall task for anyone. Then they have 11 days off before they take the road to take on the Sailors, followed by a road game at Cleveland. Four receivers out of the gun for Marconi. Matt Davis has been absolutely quiet in this game, and Louisville is teeing off. They do not have to worry about defending Mike Davis in the running game. They are just coming after Rocco Marconi, and it's a 7-yard loss.
Second and 17 from Morocco, 20 yards.
Second down and 17 at the 20. Four receivers. Marconi back to pass, and Marconi will fire it outside to Davis. Davis breaks a tackle, 25-30. Nice play from Davis. He picks up a chunk of yards to bring up a 3rd down and 3. And finally, some offense out of Mike Davis. Hard to use him in the ground game when you're down 5 scores in the 3rd quarter, but can at least get him going in that regard. 3rd down 3. Four receivers, Marconi back to pass. Flag on the play. That's not good. That's caught by Outdad. I don't think that play is going to count. Oh, and Dallas moves the chains, finally gets moving down the field. And a flag brings the play back. 3rd and 13 coming up. And Louisville says, I don't care how many points we're up by, but we're not going to decline the penalty. Third and long. Four receivers, and you don't think that Rick O'Reilly and company's coming after Marconi on this play? Just a 4-man rush, and Marconi is flushed out of the pocket. He's picked off again. 3rd interception for Rocco Marconi on the last 4 Dallas Roughneck drives. There's no end in sight here. Toss out to Overstreet. He's going to lose 4. Down to 112. Ed Rebrabi on the tackle. Louisville leads the league in sacks. If I was playing Louisville next week, I would definitely make sure that I had something to combat the pass rush. Quick throws, quick strikes. You can't stand back there too long against Rick O'Reilly and company. Just vicious. 5 receivers on a 2nd down and long for Funk. Funk's going to go deep down the field, and in traffic, the pass is knocked down. But Dallas is defending passes. They're not getting interceptions. Billy Joe Gatlin has 2 of those tonight. And for Gatlin on the season, he now has 4 interceptions. 4 of the 8 interceptions on the team.
3rd and 14. Ball at the 46-yard line.
4 receivers. Funk's out of the gun. Back to pass Funk. And Funk all day to throw, but the pass is knocked away again, and it's 4th down. So finally, Dallas's defense comes to play. 3 and out, and a loss of 4 yards on the drive for Louisville, and the Wolfpack will punt it away. Dallas is 1 touchdown away from this being a 3-score game. There's a 1/4 still left to play. They just have had a 0 ounce of momentum. Usually you see a team eventually pick it up at some point, maybe get something to go in their favor. It just is not there tonight. at least through 2.5 quarters from the 18-yard line. Boychuk on the return, not much there. Boychuk and Iba still do not have receptions in this game, and Rocco Marconi is approaching probably as many interceptions as he's had completions on the night. We've hardly seen Dallas's offense on the field.
1st and 10 from the Rockets, 22-yard line.
Davis is off to the left. 3 down linemen for Louisville. And Mike Davis will take the carry. Davis breaks off the tackle, and Davis picks up 6. And finally, Dallas is in the net positives for rushing yards.
Number 56.
And with Rocco Marconi having a severely off night, Dallas may need to keep it on the ground a bit more here. Just a buck 54 yards and 3 interceptions. Most of that yardage coming on a couple of long pass plays to Jonathan Concord. And off again to Mike Davis. And Davis this time is going to be dropped in the backfield, a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Wolfpack.
He loses 1 on the play. Third and 5 from the Rockets, 26 yards.
Marconi under center, press coverage on the line for Louisville. Dallas needs the 31.5-yard line. Marconi back to pass, and Marconi's in trouble again. The pass is caught, however. Jonathan Concord is having a big night, makes another catch for another Dallas first down to keep the drive going. Other action around the league, Houston and Los Angeles on SFLN2 with Andy Hamilton, Orlando, and Tallahassee on SFLN3. Trips off to the left side for Marconi. Marconi will hand it off to Davis. And Davis, fighting for yardage, picks up a few. 2nd down and 7. And it's interesting, Dallas's sort of philosophy on this drive, after 3 interceptions on 4 possessions, Dallas playing a lot more conservatively, even though they still trail, trying to get Mike Davis involved in the game and just trying something different. 4 receivers, Marconi back to pass. Marconi fires it short. That's only a gain of maybe a yard. That's Boychuk's first catch of this game. It's amazing that Yuya Iba still does not have a reception tonight. Iba actually leads the team in receptions with 39. 4:35 to go in the 3rd. Actually leads the team in receiving yards too. Back to pass, Rocco Marconi on 3rd down. Again, more pressure, but the pass is caught. Iba for the first down. I'm telling you what, Rocco Marconi, I mean, he's throwing these balls, but you see Louisville in a position to, in just a couple of seconds, make yet another sack. Offensive line missing a lot of assignments out there. 4 receivers for Dallas, 34-3. Marconi back to pass. Marconi down the field, caught, and that's a first down. Travis Boychuk to the Louisville 44. And I tell you what, the drive is slow and steady, but it's the best drive of the night for Dallas, at least the most consistent. Yeah, I need to watch out. I need to stop giving Andy. Andy should have had this game. Happy to hear you're enjoying Andy Hamilton's call, though. I really am. 4 receiver set, 3 off to the right side. Marconi back to pass. Marconi deep drop back, fires it to the outside. The pass is caught by Iba. First down to the Louisville 31-yard line, and all of a sudden, Dallas looks a bit more balanced, and they're starting to get everyone back involved in the game, which is really Dallas's MO. They're a very balanced team. 39 catches for Iba, 36 for Outdat. Receiving yards are about the same. They like to spread the ball around. Jonathan Concord actually had the least amount of receptions coming into the night, and he's been the hottest receiver. Trips off to the left side for Marconi. Back to pass. Marconi hits Davis, and Davis will try to cut back middle, and Louisville was just waiting for him. Gain of just a yard. 2nd down and 9. But hey, it's keeping the third quarter clock moving, I tell you that.
Second and 9 from the Rockets.
There's a look at Andre Khrushchev. This Louisville defense has certainly been overshadowed by the Wolfpack offense this season, but doing a pretty good job tonight. Rocco Marconi back to pass. Wide open. That's Concord again. Jonathan Concord has been an X factor tonight. Another first down to the Louisville 11-yard line, and the drive will continue for Dallas. And that's I think, a key in this game that maybe has not been talked about enough. Dallas on that play waited for the underneath route. They needed Concord to get across the field and to get open, but Marconi's been under so much duress tonight that all the timing of Dallas's offense has really been thrown off. 2.5 minutes to go in the third. Marconi back to pass. Again has time into the end zone. The pass overthrown. Probably a good thing because Jonathan Concord was blanketed. 2nd and 10, 2:23 to go in the third, and Dallas absolutely needs a touchdown here, in my view.
Let's go. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 10-yard.
2:23 to go. Four receivers for Marconi. Press coverage, 3-2 defense. No one standing inside the 5 except a couple of safeties. Back to pass Marconi over the middle. That pass is caught inside the 5 down to the 4. Iva again. 3rd down and 3 at the Louisville 4. And now it's the Wolfpack's opportunity to make a goal line stand. Even a field goal would cut it to a 2-score game, but it would be a mental defeat for Dallas after a strong drive. 3 receivers off to the left, ball on the left hash. Marconi back to pass on 3rd down. Going to the end zone, back corner, caught for a touchdown. That's Travis Boychuk. And Dallas has cut it to a 23-point deficit. Yeah, this is a perfect throw from Rocco Marconi. It really is. There wasn't a lot there. In traffic, Charlie Monk had good coverage on the play, but Rocco Marconi finally gets the Roughnecks going. And we'll see what the Dallas defense can do at the end of the 3rd quarter, and maybe, just maybe, the Roughnecks can make a game of it. But a really solid drive, and the 2 keys of that drive for Dallas is that Rocco Marconi had less pressure, and Mike Davis actually got some yards on the ground and balanced the Roughnecks out. The extra point is good. Dallas 10 and Louisville 34. If you're just joining us, this is the SFL Week 7 game of the week. Dallas is 5-1, but has not played like it up until that last drive. Louisville 6-0 from Blue Sun Stadium in Louisville, Kentucky. As Dallas will kick it away. Brevin Armstrong back to return for Louisville. From the 10-yard line, past the 25, Armstrong hurdles a man on the ground and gets to the 34. Nicely done there. Dallas's upcoming schedule includes an away game with Baltimore and then 4 straight home games to end the season for the Roughnecks as they make their late season push. This is their 5th game in the last 7 on the road to start the season. Queen City, DC, Carolina, Cleveland, the final games at home for Dallas. Back to pass Funk. He swings it out in Butabe, and Butabe will fight forward for a few yards. There's the updated quarterback numbers. Funk sitting at 251. Most of those all came in the second half, or in the first half. Louisville scored just 3 points here in the 3rd quarter, actually outscored by the Roughnecks.
2nd and 6. Ball at the 38-yard line.
2nd down and 7 at the Louisville 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun for Funk. 3 receivers, 2 off to the right. And Funk drops the throw. Deep ball down the field is tipped away and incomplete. Diamond with some good coverage. Of course, Diamond had a big interception in that victory over Oklahoma City a couple of weeks ago for Dallas. It was 2 weeks ago for Dallas. 3rd down and 7 here for Louisville, and they haven't run much time off the clock either. Get the sense that maybe Dallas is starting to settle into this game. Just wonder what the heck happened in the first half. Was it all Louisville, or was Dallas just simply not executing what they had hoped? Back to pass. The pass is caught. Kirkland turns the corner and picks up a first down. Just when you think, a little momentum coming Dallas's way, and Louisville keeps the drive alive. First down 10. 3 receivers, Starbuck, Kirkland, Armstrong, all to the top of the screen, far side, ball on the right hash. 4 down linemen for Dallas's defense. Overstreet will take a handoff, and Overstreet is hit at the line of scrimmage. 112 yards and a couple of scores, now under 6 yards a carry for the first time tonight. 40 seconds and counting to go in the third. It is a 3-score game.
2nd and 9.
Although, for all intents and purposes, still a 4-score game. Dallas got a touchdown in their last possession, looking for a defensive stop. They have not turned Louisville over. And off to Overstreet, and Overstreet is stopped. Gain of 1, 3rd and 9 coming up. LaShaw on the tackle. Troy LaShaw has been a bright spot for Dallas's defense tonight. He really has played very well. And the question will be, will Louisville get another playoff before the end of the quarter? They will not. End of the third here in Louisville. Dallas has made things a little bit more competitive here in the second half. It's 3rd down coming up for Louisville. 34-10 here on the SFL Network. Third down and 9. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers for Dallas. Funk back to pass, and Funk will fire down the field. Caught at the 30-yard line. Lawrence Kirkland stretching out to make the play. And another dagger to Dallas's comeback hopes. A perfect pass and even better concentration from Lawrence Kirkland, who had Pete Secord breathing down his neck. 1st and 10 at the Dallas 30, 3 receivers, 2 off to the left. Funk to pass. Funk fires, hits Overstreet. Didn't see much of that in the third quarter. Fierro on the tackle, pickup of 3.
Number 25, credited with the tackle.
That could not have come at a better time for Louisville, who was desperate to get a little momentum or a little energy back in their offense.
2nd and 6 from the Rockets.
Bones Malone leads this Dallas Roughneck team with 8.8 tackles a game, and we've hardly said his name tonight. And off to Overstreet around the left side. Overstreet's got some room, breaks off a tackle. Overstreet 10-5. Overstreet down to the 1-yard line. Just not used to seeing Dallas give up these big runs. Overstreet getting away from Secord again. That was 44 on 44 violence there.
First and goal.
Dallas needs something, or it'll be right back to a 31-point lead for Louisville, which is what they had when it was 31-0. Back to pass, Funk. He's got a wide open David Overstreet, and that is a loss. Great play on the outside by the Dallas linebacker. 2nd and goal at the 2, and that's how you defend the swing on the goal line.
Second
9:20 to go in the fourth. I think after tonight, Louisville will become the odds-on favorite to win the title, but Louisville's been in this position before. Still have not come away with a championship. Funk's pass is knocked away. Carlo Montero had another shot at getting an interception and couldn't come down with it. Take a look at Montero's coverage. Pass intended for Starbuck. Gets one hand up, but more than likely you need 2, and it's 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line.
3rd and goal from the Rockets, 2-yard line.
There's a look at Bones Malone. Does Louisville just try to run it up the gut here? Two in the backfield. Overseas is going to get the handoff, and he got caught up in the backfield. Dallas does get a stop. Nice tackle made there. Another good goal line stand there for Dallas, but the time is ticking away on the Roughnecks. 8:45 to go in the fourth. Thankfully, a fast-moving second half here, as Abraham Ezekaway will try to put Louisville up 37-10. Don't forget SFL postgame show coming up. We want to hear from all of you in action tonight, win or lose. Field goal from 19 yards is good, and it's 37-10, 8:22 to play in the ball game. Boychuk on the return from the 7. And on the return up to the 27-yard line. So what can Dallas do to salvage this loss? They'll drop to 5-2. It'll be a big game with Baltimore next week. 5-2 versus 4-3. That's the difference in having a home playoff game. Because they're only meeting with the Crabs all season, and it's just going to be a monster game. Pass caught on the outside by Outcat. Pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 coming to the Dallas 33.
Second and 4 from the Rockets.
Marconi's got 4 receivers. Davis in the backfield. Davis going to get the handoff. Davis has a lot of room. Picks up a block, one man to beat. Davis beats that man. That was Gatlin, and he is gone for a Dallas touchdown. Where was that in the first half? A fantastic play by Mike Davis. That's what Dallas just simply needed more of. I think Dallas got too caught up in trying to play catch-up with Louisville in the first half that they forgot that they had a stud back there at running back. A big run from Mike Davis. It's a 20-point game.
Barrow is back for the point after. Number 17 will hold the kick.
High snap. The kick is nearly blocked, but the extra point is good. It's a 20-point game with 7:55 to go, and we'll see if Dallas attempts to onside kick or if they'll just kick it deep. Maybe just a bit too early, and they will kick it deep. Again, Dallas's worst loss in franchise history was to Louisville, 30-10. It's now 37-17. Armstrong got the return up to the 30. Make sure to follow us on Twitter if you already haven't done so at Simulation FL. Subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels at /SimulationFL and visit the website, simulationfl.com. High formation for Louisville. 7:52 remaining. Funk to throw. Funk will hit Overstreet on the outside. Great open field tackle. That was Carlo Montero. A pickup of just 1 yard on the play. And I like that Louisville is staying aggressive. You can't sleep on the Roughnecks. They're 5-1 for a reason, and you got to keep things going. 284 yards, a quarterback rating of 118. Funk has stayed turnover-free on the night. 3 receivers off to the left. goes to Overstreet. Overstreet's got some running room, picks up a few. 3rd down and 5 coming up for Louisville. Can Dallas's defense manage a stop? Pete Secord on the tackle. Secord 4th on the team in tackles with 34. Bones Malone leads the team with 53. Edry Brabi and Bones Malone combined for 19 tackles for loss this season, but I venture to say not many tonight. Deep ball from Funk. That pass, oh, it's caught by Starbuck. Biggest play and best play of the night on either side. What a play from Starbuck for a Louisville first down. Got to get a second look at this one. This is an unbelievable catch. Down the field. Oh, I thought that was picked for sure, or at least knocked down. I don't know how Starbuck even has the mental capacity to keep concentration to make that play. Had a defender airborne flying right at him, and he still made the play. Wow. Tremendous catch from Flynn Starbuck. Hand off to Overstreet, and Overstreet will not get anything, but it will take up a lot more time off this clock.
Number 50, no gain on the play. Second and 9 from the Rockets, 23-yard line.
6:06 to go. Funk back to pass. He'll fire it outside. Caught wide open. That's a first down. Lawrence Kirkland to the 12.
First and 10.
6 minutes to go. 1st and 10 for Louisville as the clock continues to run. Back to pass. Funk fires outside. Caught by Kirkland. He steps out of bounds. 2nd and 3 coming up from the 5. And even people on the sideline are sitting and just waiting for Louisville to put a bow on this. Louisville not backing down from Dallas. They could have easily tried to run the clock out and been done with it.
Second and 2.
And their coaching staff is happy that this drive has happened as it has. Still up 20. And that pass is caught by Flynn Starbuck for a Louisville touchdown. Another fantastic drive by the Wolfpack, and they have hit their points per game average for the season. Wow. SFL postgame show coming up immediately following the conclusion of this game. Stay tuned. We want to hear from coaches, owners, players, win or loss around the league on your action tonight. Dark Moon Akuma 1600. Are you part of our Slack group already? Extra point for Louisville is good. .5:29 to go. Louisville comfortably ahead, and every time Dallas has found a way to get a punch in, Louisville has not wavered. From the 9-yard line, Boychuk on the return. Major announcements, including opportunities and potential for team ownership, will come Monday, September 26th at the State of the League address at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, along with many other major league announcements. You won't want to miss it, and all will become clear after that. 5 carries for Davis tonight, but for 73 yards and a score. 4 receivers. Marconi back to pass, and he fires it out to Davis. Pass caught. Davis gets away from 2. Split the difference. Picks up 6 to the 32-yard line, and Mike Davis still doing work here in the fourth quarter.
Second and 4.
If you haven't already seen it, the SFL's documentary, A New Frontier, is on at simulationfl.com. Just click the A New Frontier banner. Watch and enjoy the show. Marconi's pass down the field, nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick for Billy Joe Gatlin. .448 to go. It believes, I believe that maybe both games are now final, so we'll wait on the conclusion of this one. 3rd down and 4 for Dallas. Marconi back to pass over the middle, wide open, 1st down. That's been best or the most effective play, short middle on the night for Dallas. That was Travis Boychuk on the catch. No huddle for the Roughnecks. And that pass is overthrown there, and Tolbert nearly picked it off. So the 2 top defenses in the SFL have some trouble in Week 7 against the 2 top offenses, as offenses reign supreme. Oklahoma City was number 1 coming into the week. They gave up 38 points to Santa Fe in a loss. Then Dallas became the new number 1 scoring defense after that result, and they give up 44 to Louisville here tonight. And the pass outside to Davis, Jeds, Monk, and Khrushchev makes the tackle. Four receivers to the either side. Marconi back to pass. Marconi hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Concord hit as well. 5 catches on 9 targets. 4th down for Dallas. Andre Kaysen with the smackdown down the field on Concord, or was it Gatlin? It was Gatlin. Pass was behind Concord. Marconi's got to throw that to the outside. 4th and 7, and does Dallas go for it or just punt it away? It looks like the offense is on the field. Back to pass, Marconi, pump fake, he's in trouble, that's a sack. Just couldn't take the check down, and that's a turnover on downs. Four minutes left. And this is the only game left in action, and we're waiting for it to conclude. Louisville has this one in hand, and they've had it in hand from the minute we said kick it.
Counter, 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 watch counter. Louis, strong back.
Now the backfield handoff Overstreet, and Overstreet will lose a yard. That sack was by Kimo Talofa, and Rocco Marconi has been under duress the entire night. 2nd and 11 at the Roughneck 39. Again, coming up tomorrow night, Sioux Falls and Minneapolis. Big game in the Teal Conference and in the West Division. Sparrows have a 2-game lead on the division. And trying to keep the Maulers in the rearview mirror, or will Minneapolis continue to be the thorn in Sioux Falls' side and bring the rest of the West Division closer to trying to dethrone Sioux Falls? Sparrows and Maulers comes your way tomorrow night. Back to pass, Funk. He fires it outside. Pass caught by Starbuck. 3rd down and 5. 6 catches, 73 yards for Flynn on the night, including probably the best play of this game, which was a catch down the field when it looked like Flynn Starbuck was going to be at a funeral. His.
Let's go. 3rd and 5.
Two backs, 2 receivers. 3rd down 5 for Louisville, and the backups are in the ball game. Handoff will lose yardage outside of field goal range, and Louisville will punt this back away to Dallas. Again, the SFL post-game show coming up immediately following the conclusion of this ball game. Make sure to check out Inside the SFL with Doug Bose, Alan Drum, and crew on the weekends, only on TalkShoe And they'll be breaking down these games and many more as we head into an important Week 8 of action. Clock runs all the way down to about 2:30 to go before the punt is away.
No return on the play. Ball is
2:29 on the clock, 1st and 10 at the 11. So as Week 7 is coming down to the close, I tell you what, a very interesting game tomorrow night as well between Queen City and NYC. They're tied for the last spot in this Gray Conference for the right to apparently play Louisville in the first round. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. 4 receivers for Marconi as Dallas will continue to try to draw this out. Mike Davis makes a man miss on the sideline. Down the field, down to the 30. Nice play by Davis. Back to pass, Marconi. He is hit as he threw. More pressure. That's Dalton for Louisville. When you look at the games next week, Houston and Santa Fe, that'll be our commentated game next Sunday. As the Hyenas look to get revenge on the Gorillas for that opening week loss. Santa Fe at the top of the conference, and Houston would like nothing more but to dethrone them. Carolina will take on Louisville. Tough battle for the Skyhawks next week. Try to avoid falling to 2 and 6. Marconi, deep ball down the field, caught, and a missed tackle. Boychuk is going to walk into the end zone. So Dallas is not giving this one up. Rocco Marconi, a deep shot down the field, and they'll extend this one out a little longer. Wow, Travis Boychuk with a big play down the field. In one-on-one coverage, a perfect pass from Rocco Marconi. And Travis Boychuk has a rare celebration moment tonight. Also Sunday night, Los Angeles will take on Tallahassee. Wednesday, September 21st, Dallas will face Baltimore. Again, a very key game in the Gray Conference playoff race. Orlando will take on Minneapolis. And NYC will face Cleveland. Thursday, September 22nd, D.C. will face Queen City. And Oklahoma City will take on Sioux Falls. That Renegade Sparrow game may be flexed in. Same thing with Orlando, Minneapolis. Houston and Santa Fe, a lock for commentary next week. So 44-24, onside kick coming for the Roughnecks, and it's easily claimed by the Wolfpack with 2:02 to go in this ballgame. And this may be the last time I see Louisville until the playoffs, considering Louisville's remaining schedule and how dominant they've been, especially over the last 2 weeks. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Handoff. Backups are in for Louisville and nearly got a first down on that run as well. 2-minute warning. This is the SFL Network. We had history made tonight, and we'll detail that on the SFL postgame show. Wrapping things up around the league. Louisville up by 20, trying to run out the clock. Dallas does still have all 3 timeouts. Louisville going to throw, and the sack is made at the 41. 3rd down and 9 coming up, and Dallas calls another timeout. Louisville's owner almost predicting the way this would happen. He said way back in the first half, the backups would come in and they'd end up winning by 14, and Dallas is down by 20 with the backups in, and Dallas is down by 20, and Louisville's got the backups in, and the Roughnecks very well could get another touchdown on the board before it's all said and done here. Third down and 9, and a loss of 2 in the backfield. Dallas will burn another timeout, and after a speedy third quarter, this fourth quarter is drowning on here.
Right.
1:52 to go.
Number 23,
Here I come, Butter. I'm coming. I'm gonna block the punt.
Punt is away inside the 10, and why not pin him down inside the 3? You've done everything else tonight. Why not have a great punt inside the 5 as well if you're the Wolfpack? Dallas will fall to 5-2. They got to find a way to shake this off. This was not their best effort, not even close tonight. Mike Davis did not get involved in the first half. And once they got him involved, things started to turn around for the Roughneck offense. Back to pass. And incomplete. Gatlin on the coverage. Marconi with the throw. One timeout left for Dallas as everyone is waiting on the postgame show here. We'll be with you shortly as soon as we're done. And I know a lot of people want to talk about the action around the league tonight. Marconi's pass to the outside, and that's a safety. I've seen it all tonight. Mike Davis goes back to make this catch, and watch his left foot. He tucked it back inside. And Dallas gives away, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Dallas literally gives Louisville 2 more points. Wow. That's been the summary of the night for the Roughnecks here on the road. And Sanders fumbled. It's picked up and returned. 10-5, and it's a Dallas touchdown. Now I've seen everything. Willie Dupree returns the fumbled kickoff by Lucius Sanders on a safety punt for a score. Unbelievable. So Dallas ends up netting, what is that, 5 points on the drive itself? And it's a 2-possession game, but at least Dallas can say they got a defensive touchdown here tonight. Oh, man. That's amazing. Extra point is good. Don't see a lot of fumbles returned for touchdowns, but Lucius Sanders, of all people, coughs it up for Louisville. And Dallas is down 2 scores. Wouldn't it be something if they recover the onside kick? 1:27 to go. Dallas is down to just 1 timeout. And the onside kick for Dallas is knocked around, recovered by Louisville at the 38-yard line. Well, I think Louisville will be able to run out the clock. Dallas has just 1 timeout to burn. But, heck, Louisville's prediction came true. They end up winning by 2 touchdowns. Dallas avoids their worst loss in franchise history, although they would probably say this is their worst regardless. So Louisville will be able to run out the clock from here. SFL postgame show coming up immediately following the end of this game. Louisville improves to 7-0. They will be 3 games ahead in the Gray Conference because they own the head-to-head tiebreaker over Dallas, who falls to 5-2. They're 4 games ahead of Baltimore because Louisville owns the head-to-head tiebreaker after beating the Crabs in Week 1. arguably, you could say the Crabs had one of the best chances to beat Louisville, as the Wolfpack scored 2 touchdowns in the final 2 minutes of that game to win.
Third and 13.
Down to 52 seconds to go. One last mention. Tomorrow night, Sioux Falls and Minneapolis hopefully will be a more competitive game from Minnesota. Maulers struggling a bit. They got creamed by Louisville last week. Wolfpack do not have to run another play. And can Sioux Falls and Santa Fe continue their run all the way to when they meet in Week 12? Will both of them be 11-1 by that point? Louisville, Santa Fe, and now I guess Sioux Falls. Dallas sort of falls out of that upper echelon category, I would think, after their performance tonight. And you've really got a top 3 in the league. Louisville punts it away today, and that is the end of the ball game. SFL postgame show is coming up. It starts in 30 seconds. Final score, Dallas 31, Louisville 46.